Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your general reading for April 2023. Because it is a general reading, the messages will not resonate with everyone, so please check back to your Moon and Rising sign. You can always purchase a personal reading, which is always the best thing to do. Anytime you need any insight into your own situation, you can head over to the About Box section of my channel. There I have listed the reading packages, which are the number of minutes, the number of questions, and the price. And then you can email me back at this address, hiddenlotustarot@gmail.com. Hey Tara, I want the 1 hour reading, and then I will respond back to you. Typically I respond within 24 to 48 hours. And if you don't hear back from me, if you contact me about a reading and you haven't heard back from me by 2 days, check your spam folder, because I promise you the email is going to be there. Okay, so I have with me today the Radiant White deck. I have with me the Levita Sibila for clarification should we need. And we will be wrapping this month's reading up with the Psychic Oracle Tarot. Okay, so excuse me. I have done some meditation and shuffling on the Pisces sign and glyph. For those of you who are new to my channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. For those of you who have been with me since the beginning, thank you so much for sticking around. If you are new to my channel and my style of reading, I read energies. I don't read cards, and there is a difference, okay? So what we're going to do now is put one more rifle and shuffle on these cards. And then we're going to lay a 9-card spread. Here we go. Nine cards down. Wow, the Tower card. Right off the bat, Pisces. Next card, the Hermit. Well, it's not as bad as it seems, as it appears. The Six of Cups. Next row, wow, the Magician. The Two of Cups. The Hierophant. The King of Wands. The Nine of Cups. Well now, and the Four of Pentacles. So, I have two nines here. I have a 1, a 2, a 4, a 5, a 6, the 2 nines, the 16, and the 13. What is the energy over the entire reading? Pisces, it is the 8 of Swords. This is funny. So right in the center, I have the 2 of Cups. Now, let me first just tell you what I got, okay? And so this is a huge spiritual lesson for you. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. 1, 2, 3 cups, a wand, and a pentacle. But the energy over the entire reading is this 8 of Swords. I think something has been put to you and you don't know what to do about it. Okay? So right in the center I have the 2 of Cups. Well, the 2 of Cups is about partnerships. So these could be friendships, romances, business partnerships. It is also the idea of the innate balance of the masculine and feminine energies within yourself. So I've seen the 2 of Cups speak about the type of partnership in which You are well respected. You can exchange logical ideas. You treat each other fairly. You get along well. It can be an indication of two people who just get each other, right? I've also seen the card show up when it says that there may be a new partner coming in who can help you do whatever it is that you're choosing to do or that you want to do. Indeed, we see the Nine of Cups here. But what I find interesting is the first two cards off the bat. And when I saw this, I'm sure a lot of you went, oh no, followed by the Hermit. And in one respect, that could be you suddenly find yourself alone. But that's not what I got when I put the two cards down. That's why I laughed and I said it's not all as bad as you think it is. This is the idea of something suddenly crashing into your consciousness. The Tower card is the only man-made structure in the tarot. And this crown being knocked off is the epiphany, the aha moment. The being struck out of the blue, the just something coming to you out of the blue. Whatever the thing is, it completely knocks you off of your foundation. Okay? So the Tower card is not always a bad card. And the energy coming off of this is this sudden lightning bolt. All of a sudden, whatever you thought was the way it was supposed to be or has been for all this time, suddenly it no longer exists anymore. And it creates condition for somebody to stand stock still so that they can see exactly what's going on. So this is a card of meditation. This is a card of thought. The Hermit is also not just a scholar, a learned individual, but he's also a teacher. So this is about going within, stopping what you are doing, maybe freezing the moment for a second so that you can get a good, clear look. In fact, inside the lantern is the star. He's holding on to the star. Going deep within to look to see what is really happening and then being able to come out of your reverie and explain what it is that you've learned. What is this about? It is about maybe living in the past. That's what this card can be about. It can be about nostalgia. Having an idea of how things used to be, living in the past, how it used to be. So it talks about gift giving and sharing and kindness. And it's not just about the gift giving of the material things. This is a cup card. So this is about emotions. Now, way back here in the back, we see a guy having walked away. That's a guard, I would suppose. I don't know. He's a man with a stick. Is it that guy coming back? Don't know. So I've seen the Six of Cups show up when it talks about the idea of a soulmate relationship. But as I oftentimes caution you, soulmate relationships can be are typically never romantic, okay? Because the two people have agreed to incarnate again together in this lifetime so that they can work out the karma from a past lifetime. And those can be some difficult relationships. But then you can have the kind of soulmate relationship where the two people come back together, the karma's already worked out, and now everything's going to be fine. Okay? Get the sense that somebody's settling down. That's what I'm getting from this card. The Magician. The idea of directing the will or the ego. It says that you have all the tools necessary to create whatever it is you want to create. As above, so below. The Lemon-esque, the figure 8 over the head. This is the idea that energy is never created nor destroyed. It is circular. It also may have to do with the nodes. Something coming around due to the changing of the nodes. And now you're going to be given an opportunity to create some new conditions. So I've seen the Magician show up when it talks about, again, new ideas coming to the fore, learning new skills, being able to put the skills that you have already to good use. Something is changing. The Hierophant is about higher knowledge. It is about the idea of receiving information from a higher source and that information being disseminated down. It is about the idea of the rules and the social norms. It says that if you join a new place to work, or that you will be well liked because you easily assimilate into groups and situations by following the norms. Okay. It also is a card of contracts, and a marriage is a contract. Okay. And so there's a lot happening here in this particular spread. All right. I've seen, if this is a boss who shows up as a boss, this is the guy that's always going to stick to the rules. Okay, he's going to do it exactly as it says in the book, and that's going to be that. All right, so I've seen it show up when people are looking for work in, let's say, hospitals or universities, where you have that hierarchical structure. Here again, we have this King of Wands. So he's faced to the past, but behind him is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is simply the wish card. It says that, your hopes and dreams will be coming to fruition. Okay? And it never really tells me anything else. So I'm very, very ambivalent about the Nine of Cups card, because I have to look to the other cards to see what wishes could it be that may be coming to fruition or coming true. And what this appears to be is a relationship. And yes, it could be a romantic relationship. I don't like to just say, yes, it's a love relationship, because not everybody is in a place where maybe they want or need or are ready for a relationship. Maybe there's other areas of their life that they're trying to get straight. It ends with the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles is an indication of being in a safe and secure place. In other words, your bills are paid, you got food to eat, you got clothes on your back, you got a car, your place is all comfortable, you live in a nice neighborhood. You got what you need. But the card can also sometimes be an indication of being stuck. It is a 4, so that can be a slow, stuck kind of nothing is really happening energy. It is also a card of conservation. So this could maybe you're saving for something that you want dearly, but also the idea of conserving your energy, what you are doing and how you are doing it, not just your finances. So this could be protecting your physical environment. Oh, hold up. But what is the most odd card is this Eight of Swords, the windmills of our mind. The Eight of Swords card is a card that says you believe or you think that you're in a situation and you don't know how to get out of it. It is an uncomfortable situation. That's what you think. And so because you can't think clearly, you feel you don't see what's happening, your hands are tied, so you think you just have to stay there. Typically, this is a card that says if you find yourself in this particular situation, it is a situation of your own making. Okay? But the card also says you are never bound in such a way that you will not be free. As you can see, the bonds are loosely tied. So if you made an effort, you can break those bonds, pull off your blindfold, and see that you are not imprisoned. I've seen this card show up sometimes when it talks about people being imprisoned physically or mental imprisonment. But this is something that you are doing to yourself. This is one of 2 of the hoodwinked cards. So did somebody place me in this situation, or did they trick me into? So sometimes there's a sense of betrayal attached to this card. But it always says that a realistic check of circumstances, need to happen. And additionally, if you physically are not able to move at the moment, your mind is free of restrictions. And so you need to begin to think about what are you going to do? How are you going to behave once you are free to move? To me, it smacks of fear. That's what it smells of. It smells of fear. Okay? Now, I've got the 4 cards. The crumbling of the foundation, whatever you thought was secure or was set in stone, is not. The idea of having to go within to meditate, to quickly, deeply learn whatever the thing is that you need to see, that you have the ability to create whatever, as above, so below. So if you're creating these kinds of thoughts, that's what you're going to get out of it, right? And then either some kind of contractual issue or social norm. Okay, those are your lessons. How do I negotiate that? What do I do about it? Do I go seek advice from someone? So the only court card that I have, Pisces, would be this King of Wands. Now, I do get the sense for some of you, this is an individual from your past. If not a childhood lover, but then a lover returning from the past. And even though I don't necessarily have any cards of movement here, the fact that this is falling down, it implies there's an implied movement in it. Out of the blue, boom, person shows back up. Okay? And you don't know what to do about it. So, what does it leave me to look at? This card, and there's nothing I'm going to be able to tell you about this card because it never tells me anything. So we're just going to turn it over like it doesn't even exist. What does that leave me? Six of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles as they relate to these four major arcana cards. We will start with the Six of Cups. I do have the 2 nines, right? The 2 nines are an indication that one of you needs to spend more time alone. And I think, like I said, that's the fear. I don't know, man. I'm going to have to think about it. The other meaning of the 2 nines suggests a house move and or a change of address. A relocation. See, look, there's that hometown, kind of a village kind of a thing. Here, way in the background, there's a house. I don't know if you can see it between the two. And then here's a cityscape. And up here, she's down on the beach, but up on the hill, there's a castle. So this could be, I don't want to leave where I live. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. So let's take a look at this Six of Cups to see if we can find any additional information. With the Hierophant, it is asking you to look closely and carefully at all of your close relationships, as some adjustments need to be made. It tells of meaningful relationships that are currently shrouded in misunderstandings. Not being able to think clearly. Why? I don't know. 2 of Cups, and it's all cups that I'm going to be looking at pretty much. And 1 coin card. 2 of Cups. With the Tower. Tells of adjustments or readjustments needing to be made within a personal relationship. This could be caused by unexpected circumstances and changes, or because of stress or pressure caused by waiting for expected news or information. Oh yeah, I forgot. This card says that if you've been waiting on some news, it's coming. Now, I'll tell you what I don't see. I don't see any indication of when it's coming. All right? There's no knights or pages here. There's no 8 of Wands. There's no... So it's giving you this. This is saying if you're waiting on some news, it's going to be coming in soon. Okay? And finally, we come to the 4 of Pentacles, which I find to be the most odd card of all in this. Because again, it's, I don't know what the phrase was that I used, like putting the brakes on it, putting a halt on it. It's kind of what it feels like. The 4 of Pentacles. Here we are. The 4 of Pentacles with the Tower card foretells of upheavals and the possibility of great loss. Do not allow others to influence or manipulate you in any way. Tend to your affairs. Now, I only have the 1 court card, so that doesn't apply. So there's your message of the 4 of Pentacles with this. And it's like I said, it just feels like the energy has been brought to a halt, but I don't know why. So what I'm going to do, did I give you the other meaning of the 2 nines? Let me see. Two lines. One of you needs to spend more time alone. The other meaning, I think, was a change of address. Yes. Or house move or relocation. So if I'm going to look at a card, because this Nine of Cups doesn't tell me anything, I'm going to look at this four, the outgoing energy. What is this about? Is it someone trying to pressure you into doing something you don't want to do? Obviously, there's some misunderstandings here and no clarity. Okay. And feeling as though you are, hold on, there's something else here. And feeling as though you are, I just get this as you feel like you are being placed in a situation and you don't know how to get out of it. That's really, that just keeps coming across. So the brakes are put on. No, I don't see anything else. Let me see here. Let me take a look. No. It's kind of hinted at. Like maybe this might be a kind of a relationship somewhat like a marriage, but not quite. Two of my cards have come out. They've just presented themselves, literally, like that. So, someone returning from a trip or coming from a trip. Here we have the sacerdote. The sacerdote is typically a lawyer or has to do with the law. But it also implies somewhat like the Hierophant, an individual in which you can trust and confide in. But, you know, back in the olden days, you know, priests had wives, they had girlfriends, they drank, they gambled, they had a lot of vices. So this is the idea that maybe there's something hidden in the folds here. And that if there's an issue, it's either coming from this being on a trip or it's pointing at something else and we don't know what that is yet until we put the card down. There is the Gran Consolazione. The card of success. There is money, there's peace, there are relationships. It talks about all things going new, becoming better. But yet the Four of Pentacles gives off the energy of putting the halt or the brakes on it. And as we can see, this Viaggio, this tells us what he's faced at is the idea of what's happening. Everything you've ever wanted concerning this King of Wands. If not a fire sign, then someone who is very passionate or makes you feel a lot of passion. That's quite interesting. Formulate your question for the for the Psychic Oracle Tarot. Oh, well, never mind, because there it is. The card wanted to present itself. Fertility. It is the Empress. It's an interesting card. Alright, so let's see what she has to say for you. Through this card, the manifestation of growth is on the horizon. You are the creator, and the seeds that have been planted in the past, whether they were happiness, comfort, abundance, prosperity, family, children, ideas, or even thoughts, are now ready to give birth into your world. Be patient as you watch your seeds take root and grow. Nurture them as they become strong and healthy. You know, maybe this is saying that the guy didn't have a whole lot of money before, but now when he comes back, he's like totally ready. But there's still some misunderstandings here. Open yourself to the life force of the universe. This card also represents femininity and Mother Earth, who is calling to you. The arms of her beauty are reaching out. She wants to embrace you on her seashores, mountains, forests, and gardens. Go to her and meet her halfway. Acknowledge that the same energy that makes up the heavens, earth, plants, animals, and mineral kingdom is also part of you. Start nurturing yourself and infuse your soul with love and compassion. Soon others will see and feel your devotion. As you interact with others around you now, or even if you're in the midst of solving a problem, use gentle care and kindness as you handle such situations. This is not a time for you to be inconsiderate, possessive, domineering, forceful, or pushy. Act from the loving space of your heart center. The benevolent energy that resides there will assist you in making sacrifices in order to care for and help others as well as yourself. Now, I don't really know what this means for you. But there's definitely this indication that there's some misunderstandings going here. And so, if this is somebody who is wanting to be more of a part of your life, to be a larger part of your life, who maybe wants to marry you and you don't want to marry him, but you don't know how to tell him, do it. If this is you having some issues with, past relationships or whatever, maybe this person caused some problems for you in the past. Talk about it. And I feel that the idea of having the conversation with the person, clearing up whatever the misunderstandings are, gaining a clearer understanding will be beneficial for everybody, regardless of whether or not you guys end up getting together. Because this, to me, the energy is putting the brakes on. That's what this is saying. So that is what I have for you, Pisces, for April. I do hope the message helped. Until next time, be well.